Since Discovery Family quickly moved along to our next episode, I'm going to quickly move along to my next review. Let's take a look at All Bottled Up. When the main six take a break to a friendship retreat, Starlight helps Trixie work on some new magic tricks. However, in her eagerness, Trixie repeatedly gets on Starlight's nerves, and soon ends up teleporting the castle's friendship table somewhere. Now the two must hurriedly search all around Ponyville to retrieve the table, all while Starlight uses magic to literally bottle up her anger in order to prevent herself from losing her temper with her best friend. Like Celestial Advice, All Bottled Up continues the slice of life approach that Season 7 is taking with its 2 opening episodes, and it's a lot of fun to watch as well. For the first time since No Second Prances, we have a story that focuses and expands on Starlight and Trixie's friendship, and it's really compelling to see how both characters are explored and written here. The idea of Starlight teaching Trixie magic tricks is a pretty nice one that feels reminiscent of when she learned from Twilight, perhaps raising the possibility that they will gradually form their own little teacher-student dynamic. At one point, Trixie even calls Starlight a mini Twilight. From overexcitedly perfecting a transfiguration spell that turns everything into teacups, to frustrating her already disgruntled friend with a self-congratulatory cheer, Trixie somehow manages to be both annoying and adorable in equal measure.
Woo! Starlight! I did it! I did it! Hey! Teacup! 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 You know what you need? A teacup! Oh. Whoops! I guess I pictured a teacup poodle.
After she gets in over her head with her magic and loses the table, she does act a little too oblivious to the severity of the situation and Starlight's feelings at times. But it never gets to the point where she becomes unbearable to watch. And it's important to remember that her knowledge and understanding of friendship is considerably more limited. She's improving, but she's also still learning, and at this point in time, this is how I would expect her to be. And in the end, we do see that while she still needs work on being less obnoxious, Trixie does genuinely value her friendship with Starlight. Seeing Glimmy attempt to contain her anger is a great way to further develop her character too. By also stating that her magic is tied to her emotions, she's now aware of how much it can spiral out of control when she's emotional, and the repercussions it can have. It's also not uncommon for people to try and avoid confrontation out of fear that it's going to damage their friendships, which makes both her actions and reactions all the more believable and relatable. It also helps drive important moral lessons about being open and honest with the people you love in order to maintain a healthy bond with them, even when things aren't always as positive as you'd like them to be. The side story featuring the main six on their friendship retreat sees them working together to solve puzzles and get out of an escape room in record time. While there wasn't as much of this subplot as I would have liked, what we do get is still pretty enjoyable, and leads us to our first song of the season, named Best Friends Until the End of Time. It's likeable and upbeat with a bit of a nostalgic vibe, as it expresses just how strong their friendships have become over the years. But it's also quite cheesy and generic, and is also an entirely forced and unnecessary time waster. That being said, the script turns that fact into a joke that ends up being brilliantly set up and executed, as the random and needless musical break ultimately cost them the escape room record by 2 seconds.
Probably shouldn't have sung that song.
You're nuts!
On the strength of both premiere episodes, I do have a positive feeling about this season, particularly with Lewis and Sonko now being the showrunners. While I would have to say that I think Celestial Advice is the better of the two, All Bottled Up is certainly a more than worthwhile and entertaining episode with plenty of fun moments with the characters and valuable messages. I'm going to give it a gold star as well and score it an 8 out of 10.